You know, people often are involved in community and volunteer work, and that's also an important area to note on one's resume. You know, to list the name of the specific organization, maybe what responsibilities the person has had, because often those experiences are very transferable to the kind of job that the person is targeting. But of course, if a person is listing some of those experiences, you want to be careful so that you're not revealing information that might maybe subconsciously create some kind of bias in the reader's mind, such as, let's say, involvement in a political campaign, revealing, let's say, a political party or the name of a specific candidate, or let's say people are very often involved with their church, and again, there's some great background and training that you can receive from those experiences. But to avoid, you know, listing the denomination or the specific church. But, you know, I think listing those volunteer experiences and what those have been, particularly if you've held some kind of office, I think those are very important on the resume.
Yes, it is. And what another thing by listing that volunteer experience does is if somebody made the choice of not working in a paid position for a period of time, and they were involved in some volunteer work or community work, that by listing that on the resume, what it can do is fill gaps in wondering on the employer's part, what did this person do during the time that they weren't working in a paid job. Having that volunteer experience listing will take away some of the stigma that might be attached to a job gap. And what an employer can do also, especially if some of the duties had to do with the industry that you're applying to get into, the employer can recognize that as being viable experience that they can look at to determine whether or not you are qualified for the position.
Sure, makes sense to me.